Alright guys, welcome back. This is HD and welcome to the final game between oGs.Hero and SlayerS.Sleep. And this has been an incredible series of games, guys. I really encourage you guys to check out the previous ones if you guys haven't already, because I have been blasted away in terms of my standards, if you will, of Starcraft 2 games. Every time I cast, really, my standards bar continues to rise, because I just... lately I've been casting highlight replays, really, of the best tournaments, of the best games on the scene, and by doing so, I think I've been kind of spoiling myself. I might have to return back to normality, because these kinds of games, I think, come once in a blue moon, and it's almost spoiling myself a little bit. I'm going to be a little disappointed at the next StarCraft 2 game I cast if it's not anywhere near this level, which it's going to be very hard to replicate. These two guys are the top of their class, and they have been providing some very entertaining games today. So anyways, guys, check it out. First game was, I'll call it StarCraft the movie. Second game was also very good as well. And let's see what happens here. This is going to be the final game on Antigua Shipyard. Once again, guys, if you guys get a chance, check out IGN Pro League at www.ign.com/IPL. That's where these replays come from. And whenever I cast replays from IGN Pro League, I will kind of, plug them a little bit and help them out. So make sure you guys check out their Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Justin TV as well. That's at IGN Pro League as well. And, if you guys don't mind, it would definitely help me out if you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'll only mention it once. So do it. Do it now. In Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. Do it now. No, that's not how he says it. He says, do it now. Get to that chopper. My Arnold impersonation definitely not the best. So we'll see what happens this game. There's a quick Nexus from Hero. That's pretty bold. That was a 15 Nexus, it looked like. Maybe 16 Nexus, so very greedy Nexus. And the later that Nexus comes in terms of what supply count you're at, 15, 16, 17, the more greedy it is. So I think he got it at 16. There's the pull already up, and there's the hatchery. I think that Hero will get away with this forge, though, and the reason why I believe that is because they have crossbond. And the longer travel time here is going to mean that there's more time for Hero to get his defenses in place. In fact, he is going to wall this off with a forge and a gateway, and still needs a little bit more work to finish off that wall. But I think the Zergling pressure and the Zergling threat is going to be pretty much nullified here. And a probe scout just coming in to determine the situation for our Zerg player. So yeah, guys, I'm very happy about the replays that I've gotten so far. I do have a couple more good ones that I want to cast for you guys, and I guess I'll do a quick announcement right now. If you guys have been checking out the Dota games I've been uploading, I've only uploaded one so far. I will be uploading some more though, because apparently there was really good feedback from guys in comments and chat in the community. Apparently you guys really like the Dota series that I've been doing, so thank you for that, guys. I appreciate it. I will try to do a couple more Dota games. And obviously this channel's emphasis is always going to be StarCraft 2. That'll never change. But it'll be nice once in a while to kind of switch it up and do some of my other favorite pastimes as well. So thanks, guys, for your continued support in that regard. I do appreciate it. And let's see, we have a probe actually in the middle of the map that will be pushed away by a couple of Zerglings. No problems there. Hero can afford to lose that probe if he can get the scout off on this third hatch, which it looks like he's heading directly for that location. Up the ramp he goes, and boom! Envisionet has come across the horizon, so the hatchery has been scouted, and the probe making himself worthwhile. And we'll see what happens from here. Obviously, Sleep here preparing for what seems to be a macro game, and it's really going to be on Hero to make that timing push. Typically, Protoss players will have that opportunity to do something like a QE Kaki, 7-gate +1 weapons timing push with Blink Stalkers, or +2 weapons timing push with Blink Stalkers. And there's definitely a multitude of ways for Protoss players to be aggressive here. And starting things off on the right foot here are a couple of zealots from Hero. Hero moving across the map here, and they are directly marching their way over to that hatchery. And there's no defenses here at all. Stargate coming up as well for Hero, so Hero's going to follow up with a couple of air units. And there are some Zerglings on the way right now, but Sleep can't engage those two zealots until he gets a couple more Zerglings. I like the movement of troops here from Hero. In fact, he kills off a Zergling for free, and he hides his zealots inside the mineral fields. That's very smart play. And that's just reducing the surface area these zealots have to be attacked by the Zerglings. Very smart play. In fact, that Zealot goes down, but it did take out a couple of Zerglings before it died. And Hero continuing to just be pesky inside the Zerg mineral line. And finally the Queen come out, so a ranged unit will finish off the Zealot. Couple of injects coming down for Sleep, and it looks like he's going to throw down his first Roach Horn of the day. One interesting thing to note is he just started mining gas, it looks like, because the speed has just finished, and he's still mining gas off of only one extractor. So his tech is going to be a little bit later, but nothing too serious. We will probably see a layer coming down as soon as he finishes up another 100 gas collection. And let's see, is a layer going to come? Is a layer going to come? Not yet. He might be saving up gas for roaches, but I would imagine he wants to get a lair pretty soon here. Roach speed is an invaluable upgrade to have. So there's a lair. Okay, so just a little bit late. And for oGs.Hero, he's got double Stargate. Oh, wow. He went for a double Stargate opening. Now, guys, one Stargate is usually used just to ward off overlords and such. But a double Stargate is usually meaning to do a lot of damage, essentially, when you get down to the core reasoning of why you would get 2 Stargates. And he's going to want to pick off the hatchery here with all the Void Rays and Phoenixes he's got. At the very least, he's going to want to harass the drones if he can't kill off the hatchery, and maybe pick off some queens as well. So a big investment in air from here for Hero's side. And let's see what he can do. He's got 2 Void Rays already waiting. Spore Crawlers being repositioned to the front and the top of this hatchery to protect it from the Void Rays. Oh, they're charging up on the rocks. This is actually really genius from Hero to charge up on the rocks. The Void Rays are fully charged. He actually charges them on a Phoenix as he moves in. So the Void Rays are fully charged now. Oh, that Spore Crawler is going to get taken out so quickly. Look at the speed the Crawler goes down with. And now an opening for the Void Rays to work down that hatchery. This is brilliant Gosu micro from Hero. And if you guys were wondering once again why Hero did what he did there, to keep the charge running. If the Void Rays go for 3 seconds without having anything to charge on, they will lose their charge and a significant amount of their DPS. But the brilliant decision making from Hero and the usage of charging on his own forces allows him to take off the hatchery. One of the Void Rays does go down. The charge has gone down significantly as well. But now the job was done. Hero with the double Stargate opening kills off the 3rd hatchery, and a significant setback for Sleep now, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there's still a lot of Phoenix here for Sleep to contend with as well. If Sleep does not get some Hydras out immediately, and some, I would argue even some Queens, maybe even some Infestors. Infestors would be great right now. He could be in a lot of trouble. Spore Crawlers in the back, but not on the front. So the hatchery number 2 here could go down. This is the natural, and if this hatchery goes down, I don't know what Sleep is going to do. Hydra's coming out one by one. That is not how they want to come out, but they were able to pick off one of the Void Rays. So not bad by Sleep. He was able to kill off a single Void Ray, but there is still one more remaining. And with 5 kills, it is going to make its way into the main now. Sleep needs to be very, very careful. He's treading in very dangerous waters right now. And if he loses anything else, he could be so far behind in this game, I don't know how he will be able to come back. That Hydralisk Den is under attack. And the Hydra Den beginning to beat and pulsate under the combined pressure of that Void Ray Pulse Beam. It is bleeding to death now. The Hydralisk Den could go down, and if it goes down, that is the last remaining source of anti-air, mobile anti-air that Sleep has got, and the Hydralisk Den gets snapped off. It goes up in a spurt of blood, tentacles spewing out from the ground, and that is it. I don't know how Sleep is going to be able to hold this. Oh, he kills off the Void Ray though. Unbelievable. I don't know how he killed off that Void Ray with those last 2 Hydras, but he did get a couple of Hydras out at the very last second. And he looks like he's been able to resecure at least his hatchery over here. He's trying to re-establish it. Very, very close game. I really feel like Sleep right there could have done a little bit better. I think Infestors would have been the wiser decision. But at the very least, he was able to kill off most of the Void Rays. But I definitely feel like he is behind in this game right now. Interestingly, he's ahead in drones, so he has been droning up pretty hard. But if you guys look at the supply counts, Protoss is ahead right now. And Protoss has a ton of warp gates. There is going to be a march on the Zerg in the next couple of minutes, and that's going to be a march of Zealots, Stalkers, and Sentries. And the massive ground army is going to absolutely overrun Sleep unless Sleep can get out some forces in time. In fact, I like what he did here. He made a redundant Hydra Den, anticipating that his first den was going to go down. So he does have 8 Hydralisks on the way right now. So surprisingly, somehow, some way, Sleep, after losing his third expansion, after losing a ton of queens and a ton of drones, he's been able to get back in this game. Maybe not a ton of drones, only 6 have gone down, but he has been able to stay in this game, and that's one thing to his credit. He's been on top of his drones. He has gotten a ton of drones this game, and unbelievably, I don't know how he's doing it, but he has got a bajillion drones right now. All of his bases are on full production, and he is starting to warp out a lot of Hydralisks. Now, if he can hold off this timing push from Hero, then he is going to be golden. Let's see if he can do it, guys. An Overlord comes in here to scout the production. He sees all the warp gates. He should know now that Hero is coming in with an impending timing push. There is no pylon. There's a pylon, so it will be reinforced by a proximity pylon. And as long as Sleep can hold this off, he's going to be golden. And Hero right now wants to do some serious damage. If he can pick off this hatchery, he can come away with a big victory. That's a large Protoss force. Rocks go down very quickly. And here comes that Protoss ball. It is moving in. It is also backed by Phoenix in the air as well. So Hydralisk numbers will have to be quite large to deal with this. Otherwise, it will be picked up in the air by the Phoenix. And a couple of force fields coming down, just deforming the terrain in favor of Hero. Now a free shot at this hatchery, essentially. Nothing here to defend the hatchery. Drones are scurrying away to the furthest mineral patch. More force fields coming down. And Hero just having his way with Sleep. Even though Sleep macroing brilliantly this game, it looks like the combination of force fields and graviton beam will destroy the entire Zerg army. And a conclusion to this game has finally been reached, with Hero finishing off the series 2-1. He is your victor, guys. And I really like the playstyle from Hero. That was just a hidden 2 Stargate play. Worked out brilliantly, snapping off the hatcheries left and right. And, you know, kudos to Sleep for staying in the game. I really feel like he did a good job of keeping his drone count up. If he had just gotten a few more seconds to cycle out more units, I think he would have had a chance in this game, because he certainly kept his drones alive. But at the end of the day, Hero was able to win this, and what an epic series this was indeed. Starting off with Sleep winning the movie battle, if you will, and then Hero winning 2-0 to recover from that. So great comeback from Hero. And I hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. Once again, check out IGN Pro League if you guys get a chance. They're at www.ign.com/IPL. Also, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and Justin TV at IGN Pro League. And you guys can find me at YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at HD Starcraft. I thank you guys all for tuning in. Stay tuned for more videos, guys. And this is HD, signing out.